Hello everyone, I am SATYAM GAZMER, B.Ed trainee of second semester from Siliguri Tarai B.Ed College and Siliguri Primary Teachers Training College, and I am here to teach English of class 11 Hornbill from the CBSE board. And I am going to teach the poem A Photograph written by Shelley Tolson. So now, before starting the poem, I would like to tell you something about the poet Shelley Tolson. Shelley Tolson was born on 20th May 1924 on Henley on Thames, England. She was the daughter of Douglas Horsford Dixon. She had a huge passion on writing literature, and she was influenced by her father because her father was a writer too. And she did a BA on literature from Brockenhurst College in London in the year 1953. So this is something about the poet. Now I am going to read the whole poem, A Photograph, written by Shelley Tolson. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, was their terribly transient feed. Some 20-30 years later, she had laughed at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she had said, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both wry with the labored ease of loss. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all, its silences. Now before I explain you the whole poem, I would like to tell you about the main theme of the poem. This poem is a tribute by the author to her mother. Through this poem, the author is saying that how her mother used to see the old photographs and remember the old memories, and now her mother is no more. But now, same like the author's mother, the author also sees her mother's photograph and thinks about her mother. Like as we all know, the photograph captures the memories and those memories stay forever. Now I am going to explain you the poem. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. Here, the word cardboard signifies the photograph. This cardboard or picture shows how two young girls who are cousins is holding the hands of author's mother because she is the eldest, and they are paddling. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. Here, all three of them are standing together and they are smiling with hair because it might be a windy day on the beach. That's why the hair is coming on their faces. A sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born. Here it means the author's mother had a sweet face before she was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, was their terribly transient feed. Here the two sides is shown. One which is permanent and not changing, and the other which is always changing. Permanent is the sea, which is not changing, and the other is transient, which is changing. As we all know, the transient feet, which is always changing. As we all know that human feet moves from one place to another, and it has to go through the various stages of life. So it is called transient feet. And terribly is called because the sea is not changing and it is always remain forever. Some 20-30 years later, she had laughed at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she had said, and look how they dressed us for the beach. Here it is telling that after 20 to 30 years, the author's mother sees to the photograph and becomes happy and laughs and says, see, Betty and Dolly, now they were dressed for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both wry with the labored ease of loss. Here, the two sides is shown. For author, her past was watching the mother laugh, and for mother, her past was the sea. Both of them are missing their are looking to their photograph and missing their old memories. Here, the word "rai" is used. "Rai" means disappointed, and the with the labored is of loss. Here, labored and is both are opposite words. Labored means the one who gets something by doing a lot of hard work and achieves something. And is means the one who gets everything without doing any hard work. Here, the two opposite words are used, and which is this is called the oxymoron. Here, it is the both mother and author, the author's mother and the author is thinking that how easily the time has changed. They both are feeling bad for their respective time. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. Here, in the last stanza, it is saying that the author says now there are so many years that her mother had expired, and many circumstances has been changed, and she have nothing much to say, and it's the silence that silences, which means it has so much pain and disappointment and peace because the circumstances has changed. So this is about the poem, a photograph written by Shelley Tolson. Now I am going to tell you about the summary of the whole summary of the poem. The poet is looking at a photograph mounted on a cardboard. It is a picture of her mother and her two cousins Betty and Dolly standing near the seaside. They had gone paddling together. An uncle took the photograph of the girls smiling through their hair that swept across their faces. With the passage of time, the sea that washed their feet did not change, but the girls went through transition. About 20 to 30 years later, the poet showed the picture to her daughter. She laughed at the way they were dressed and recalled her happy childhood. But the mother's laughter has become a thing of the past for the poet, like the sea holiday had become for the mother, because the mother passed away 12 years ago. The poet is pained by her mother's absence and the silence of the laughter that gave both of them great joy. Here we can say that the author Shelley Tolson is missing her mother watching her photograph, and she misses the time that they have that her mother and with her two cousins Betty and Dolly who have clicked the photograph on the sea beach, and the author shows to her daughter the photograph, and by seeing the photograph her daughter laughs, and by seeing their dress up. So we can say that this poem is a tribute by the author to her mother, and the poem is the and this poem through this poem the author is saying that how her mother used to see the old photographs and remember the old memories, and now her mother is no more. But now, same like the author's mother, the author also sees her mother's photographs and think about her mother. Like, as we all know, the photograph captures the memories, and those memories stay forever. So Shelley Tolson has briefly described her inner feelings for her mother, that how her mother looked like in the young period, and she missed her young time. So at last we can say that the author Shelley Tolson had described about her mother's past, and the beautiness, and had compared of the human's life with the sea also, and that human's life changed from one place to another, and the sea which remains forever and ever. Thank you.